Hello everyone! Here with Spencer Fielding, Grant Smith here. The last couple of days I've been on the evening shift. And how we do the evening shift here in Juneau, and in, I guess, Weather Service really everywhere extends, I guess, I don't know. We extend the forecast. We go out days, 7, 8, 9, kind of putting those first drafts into the forecast. And it looks like we're about to go into a pattern change. And if you like snow, you're probably going to like the way extended forecast. If you don't like snow, I'm sorry, but snow is back in the forecast. But for now, it's been pretty nice, Spencer.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah, it was nice and sunny last week. Temperatures are reaching like 40s, 50s. I think even down south, like Prince of Wales Island, Annette, Metlakatla might have hit like close to 60, I think. I don't remember. It's been a few days. And we had that pattern change. So now it's still warm. We're still seeing highs in the 40s to 50s. But we have cloud cover and some rain. And then now we're going to go to another pattern change, continuing, bringing back more wintry weather. But Spencer, I have you on task tonight and updates. So what are you seeing? I'm going to flip the camera around here. There we go.
All right.
So what are you seeing out there? You just sent out the aviation forecast, so you were really getting into what's going on out there. So what's going on?
So right now we've just got really a lot of clouds over the area. Some of them getting a little lower, so making that a little more difficult for anyone flying to have to navigate through those clouds. But really, for most everyone else, it's really a quiet night. Just a couple rain showers here and there. Very light winds, if any at all. So really nice evening temperatures, staying pretty well in the 30s. Some areas, especially farther south, we're looking at the 40s. So it's a pretty nice night overall, except for those who maybe want to fly and have to avoid the clouds. So pretty good night.
Yeah, I saw we had that PIREP come in where they described the water as glass smooth.
Yeah.
So that was kind of neat to see in that pilot report that we got a report that there's people flying out there, but everything is smooth sailing. So
Well,
it's
and it really
neat.
tells you how smooth it is when it's like glass here.
Mhm.
It's no wind.
Yeah, and we posted a picture earlier this evening, a bunch of pictures of what it looks like out there. So it's pretty nice. But let's talk about the extended forecast. So on our website, we've got this 5-day outlook. There we go. So this is just weather.gov/Juneau. Got our tabs here: lows tonight, highs tomorrow, precip chances, and outlook. So this is a 5-day outlook. This is manually made every day, and we've kind of went from little sunny clouds and green, which means little to no impact from the weather. So now our 5-day outlook for this week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all green, but just clouds and rain. It's just the very end of the 5-day outlook, and into the weekend is when we could see some changes in the weather. So let's talk about that. Oh, actually here, I wanted to show you the water, how it was just smooth as glass. This is what we came into on Eldred Rock. It was just so smooth out there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it looked like. So we were impressed. Okay, so let's go over here. So this is how we get our forecast into like a gridded format, so you can use point and click and see what it looks like out there. But first we're just going to look at raw model data. Now I know this is a whole lot to see, but we're going to zoom in and make it simpler. So first of all, where's my mouse? There it is. So we're going to look at this middle screen here. What you're looking at is temperatures at what we call the 850 millibar layer. I use it for quick glancing of temperature trends. Are we getting warmer or are we getting colder? So greens and yellows and reds, that's going to be kind of warmer temperatures. Got your purples and blues, that's going to be much colder. So we're starting this Thursday morning. And so first thing to note, a little front coming through kind of on Thursday, bringing in a little bit of some cooler weather, cooler temperatures anyway. And then this is what we're watching, is this little low is going to spin up later in the week. And the exact track it takes is going to depend on who sees precipitation and when. And so that's what we're figuring out now. We're talking this is next Saturday. This is 7 days out. So this forecast will be looked over multiple times between now and then, and as we just keep narrowing down the details. But notice the warmer air right ahead of the front, and then this is Saturday morning, so there. Now we're at Sunday morning there. Notice that colder air just drifting into the panhandle, bringing in the colder air. Now the trade-off is, right here is precip, where we're looking at the potential for where precip is. We're not defining rain or snow. It's just, is it going to precip, yes or no, kind of thing. So there's that first low that we mentioned, bringing in some precip. This is Friday morning. And then it just kind of slides to the southeast. Still seeing some lingering little on and off rain. And then the next low comes in, bringing in the precip. Then it's going to slide to the south and out of the area. Well, okay, it'll spin up, and then this one here will actually slide. Now, as it does, yes, it's bringing in the colder air, but it's also taking the precip with it. So at this point, it's like, all right, so yeah, we're going to get colder and see a big, pattern swing. We'll see some snow, but it's also taking the precip with it. And so how much snow are we going to see? So this is going to be kind of fun to see how this all plays out. So now let's actually look at the forecast here. This is what, if you go to point and click, this is actually the data you'll see. We're looking at Friday morning, the snow level. So where is, where's it going to rain? Where's it going to snow? And right now we got very high snow levels, 1,000 to 2,000 feet, just bringing in more like of rain. And what I want you to watch is the trend, where we have 1,000 to 2,000 feet, just a few hundred feet. Going forward, this is Friday morning. Now we're on Saturday. So this is Saturday daytime. It's defined, we have a 12-hour block. So just what's the average weather for Saturday? Saturday night, Sunday, Sunday night, Monday. So the trend is very clear. It's getting colder. We're going to be seeing more like chances for snow. So this is highs for Friday. 40s to near 50 down here in Prince of Wales, Ketchikan area. We got 40 in Juneau, Gustavus, 41 in Hoona. Low 40s up here in Skagway, Haines, Yakutat, 38. This is Friday. And this is, kind of get the idea. Very little change between what we saw today and what we're going to see on Friday. Go forward. Notice how we're seeing a lot more blue up here. That's that cooler air moving in. So Saturday's highs, Sunday's highs. Highs near freezing or lower up in Skagway and Haines, 32 Yakutat. We got mid-30s here in Juneau in the Icy Strait area. Near 40 for the Prince of Wales Island. That's Sunday. Go forward Monday. That colder air just keeps sliding in into the area. And then overnight lows, dipping right back in. Right now we've got single digits to teens in the northern Lynn Canal area, and 20s to near 30 in the south. And so big temperature swings like that, that's going to be very different than what we're having now. And so if this ends up playing out, it's something we'll have to keep an eye on, because we haven't been used to it the past week or so. So something to keep watch on. And then is there anything else I wanted to show, Spencer? Where are you at? There you are.
Pretty well covered everything. So
I know. I feel like I'm missing something, but oh well. So, yeah.
Your MBM probability.
Oh yeah, the MBM probabilities. Yeah. So this is another way to see. We're just going to run through all kind of the highlights. This is Yakutat. Notice temperatures throughout the week, not a lot of change, and then we hit Friday and temperatures drop. And also notice percent, or the probability of precip type. Green is rain, blue is snow. So when they flip-flop, you see more snow. That means the probability of snow more than rain in this area. So notice how right when those temperatures start to drop, Yakutat's chances for snow begin to rise. For Skagway, we're going to start at the northern part of the Panhandle and work our way down. So there we go. So still warm, 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 and then cool for Sunday, or cooling down for Skagway there. What are some of these ranges here? This is Sunday's range for highs, 24 to 30. So that's kind of giving us just the range of possibilities there. But, highs in the 20s, very much different than highs near 30. And then the percent chance probability for precip type. Because there's a little bit of a cold bias here, this is, kind of a mix up there, something we would have to correct, but you can just see going into next week where those temperatures cool, snow is the main dominating precip type. For Haynes, yeah, very little change in the weather this week, and then Friday hits and temperatures begin to cool down, snow being the dominant type of precip there. For Haynes, keep moving south. This is Juneau, still seeing highs kind of near 40. And then we hit Friday and we cool back down. We see those range of potential temperatures. Next Sunday, so a week from today, range of temperatures 31 to 35. That's kind of what we're looking at now. And we'll narrow that down as it keeps going, but just the trend here is that cooler temperatures. And then precip type, where if we do see any precip, it'll rise for now anyway. Looking at rain, and then it switches to more of a snow type going into the weekend there. For Gustavus, I'm starting to sound like a broken record here, folks. Yeah, still very little change, and then it begins to dip. So Sunday, 30 to 34. Also seeing a very similar forecast down here for Gustavus compared to Juneau. For Hoona, yeah, very little change. Highs in the low 40s, and then it cools back down. Chance for rain, and then that cooler air settles in, and that's when we see the snow begin to go up there for Hoona. For Elfin Cove, yes, still a little change, and then the big drop in temperatures, cooler weather moving in. Very high chance for rain if there's any precip, but then get that snow coming in. For Sitka, there you can see it loaded. Very little change in temperatures, and then everything cools back down. Sunday's highs 36 to 39, so a little bit warmer than the Icy Strait area, but still cooler than what we're seeing now, 43 to 45. And so there is that cool down. And then the precip type, you see the rain spikes up, but then cools back down as the cooler air settles in, and then you get the snow. For Angoon, yeah, very similar, very steady temperature-wise, and then temperatures cool down. Seeing a very wide range of uncertainty there. Look at that. This is Monday, 30 to 37, so very wide range. So that's something we'll need to narrow down when that gets into the forecast time frame. But there's the rain, and then switches over to snow going into next weekend. For Petersburg, yeah, it's just kind of flatlined there all week, and then temperatures cool down. On Sunday, a range of 36 to 37. And then there you can see the rain spikes up and then cools back down as the cooler air settles in, and that's when we get more snow. So keep moving south. Wrangell, still steady, and then temperatures cool, though not quite as extreme. Same with Petersburg, not quite as extreme as the northern areas. But a range there of 35 to 39 next Sunday. And then same time period. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's when we see the switch over from more of a dominant rain to more of a dominant snow, at least for now. We'll see if all this pans out. This is still, 6 to 8 days out. For Klawock, the Prince of Wales Island, we only got 2 locations on the MBM here that I can pull up. There you can see those temperatures. What's this? Near 50 this week, and then cools down. So Sunday's high, that range 38 to 42, and then even then still picking up on some snow potential there as it switches from rain to snow. And this is Klawock again. For Heidelberg, yeah, that flat line of very steady weather, then it cools down a little bit. So Sunday, a range of 39 to 41, and then it kind of continues there, highs near 40. But even then, with that snow level that we saw in the grids, that also seeing better chance, better probability of snow versus rain next Sunday. For Ketchikan, also seeing temperatures 45 to kind of 50 range here, very steady, and then it cools down. So yeah, very much a similar story there. Though it looks like their chance for that flip to snow more on Sunday instead of earlier in the forecast period. And then Metlakatla, see those highs near 50, and then cooling down to highs more in the 40, but still, that 57% or so chance for snow for the Metlakatla area. So there is a fire hydrant of information to throw at you this Sunday evening. Just pattern change. We're going back to winter. So I think it was you that saw a little comic about how we're in false spring now. Is that what it was called?
Yeah,
So,
fall, spring, or
and then
fall,
winter returns. So, nah. I mean, it is what it is. I think I was talking with one of our lead forecasters, Brian Besnick, because I asked him, like, are we kind of getting near the end of the snowfall, season? And he goes, it might be. But keep in mind, Grant, some of our heaviest snowstorms happened in March. And I was like, Brian, don't do that. Making me sad.
Don't tell me that.
Don't tell me that. All right. Well, anyway, we'll let you go. I've been rambling on for 15 minutes here. So have a great evening. Have a great week. And if you have any questions, feel free to email us or comment below. And as always, weather.gov/Juno is where you can get the latest forecast information. And as all this, the snow potential, we'll work together. Right now it's in the long range, so it's in my time frame. And then later this week, it'll get into the mid-range and then the short range. And day side, we'll really start to narrow down those details. So for now, Grant Smith, Spencer Fielding, have a great week.